Oh, the award goes to Mr. Gakoski, because that took me way too long to figure out. I don't know what happened. Um, I'm trying out some like different drivers and whatnot. I'm trying like different. I'm on my Zoom. I was on my Universal Apollo, and then Facebook changed stuff. Anyways, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That I've never been terrific with technology, but yeah, it feels good to actually figure stuff out. Hello and welcome. And I'm actually just going to start with, first of all, I'm going to start with zooming that in so that I can actually see it. And then, oh, yeah. Let's see. Sweet. All right. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Whew. Glad I got all that figured out. The piano still seems a little. There we go. Okay. Sweet. So today, what I wanted to do real quick is talk to you about the circle of fifths. And I'm going to write that up in the corner here because I'm going to need, scratch. I'm going to need all the space I can get. Thanks for bearing with me and then tuning in when you come here. So, here's the deal. The only thing you have to memorize by rote, can y'all still see this? I'm like zoomed in, so I can't tell how far my screen is. But the only thing you have to remember by rote is a 7-letter chain. Is B, E, A, D, G, C, F. If you remember those 7 letters, that's it. That's the entire circle of fifths. You throw some accidentals on when you get to the end of the chain. But what I'm going to do is walk you through making the major scale circle of fifths, and then we're going to come back to it and do it a couple times. If you want to do it with me, that'd be great, because recognizing this symbol, memorizing how to draw this symbol, in my opinion, is one of the single most important things that you can do if you're studying Western music. So start with a circle, north, south, east, west, 2 ticks in between. And at 12 o'clock, we have C. So we start here. I'm going to use blue up here. So we start here, and then as we go clockwise around, some people do this opposite. It actually like really doesn't matter, but I like to do it. I like to do it this way so that we brighten going right and we darken going left. So what we do is we literally just hop to the next one. If we started at C, the next one's going to be G. Then just keep going. D, A, E, B. Hold on. We get to the end of the chain. So instead of figuring out what to do there, let's just fill in the one other. If we went to the right and went C, G, D, A, E, let's just go to the left by 1. So here, this 7-letter chain, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, is written here, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, right? When we get to the end of each chain, what we have to do is we double back around, but we have to throw an accidental on it so that we actually brighten or darken what that tone is. So when we go C, G, D, A, E, B like we did around here, and then we go all the way back around to F again, we have to throw a sharp on it. So what I'm going to do is go here, F sharp, and then I'm going to go one further to that C sharp, and we're going to leave it at that for now. Similar deal. When we go to the other side, we went C to F, like up here, C to F. And when we go all the way back around, when we go to that B again, we just have to throw a flat on it. So check it out. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. Notice if you are familiar with what's called enharmonic spellings, these are enharmonic spellings of each other. D flat is the same thing as C sharp. F sharp and G flat, and then B and C flat. So what happens when we go around here is we create this circle of, we can be a bit more direct and call this the circle of perfect fifths. So we go do, 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 do. So we literally just go all the way around this. It's really a spiral, but we close the circle here or here or here. So if you keep going with this concept, it actually just continually envelops in on itself, because I could keep going and write, G flat, C flat, F flat, and then we go into the doubles. We would have to go into like B double flat, E double flat, A double flat, and you can honestly keep going into infinity with that. But we do this because I'd rather not think in E double flat. I'd rather think in D major. It just makes a little bit more sense. But this is how to do this in like kind of the full explained version. And we'll get into how to do this in a fast track version in just a moment. So let's improvise on this for a little bit. I'm going to be in C major. Now I'm in F. La, sol, fa, mi. Re, mi, fa, re, mi, re. Le, sol. Now I'm in B flat major. I'm just going around the circle. Ti, do, ti, la, sol, te. Re, re, mi. Now I'm in E flat major and I'm changing my solfege to show that sol, fa, mi, re, do, te, or fa, re, mi, re, do, ti, do. In A flat major, just going around here. Te, re, mi, re, do, ti, mi, re, do, ti. Using an upper minor tetrachord here. Mi, re, do, ti. For those of you who are listening to the other one that I was talking about, tetrachords, I actually made like tons of mistakes in that. I was like harmonic minor, but it's not, it's an upper minor. So apologies. Maybe in a couple years I get flack for that. D flat. I really like this key. It sits really well under the fingers, so I'm going to stick here. Size A flat for just a moment. And is it a tonicization or a modal playing? I don't know. Thanks, Andrew. It's morning, so I can hit an E flat. Now I'm gonna modulate to B major. Just make some washes. This is always my fun thing to do in B major. because it uses all 5. Oh. That's all I was missing. It uses all 5 of these black keys. So it's literally 5 sharps. We'll get into that in just a moment. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start at C again and then talk about that for a little moment. C is at 12 o'clock, right? Very top of the circle. So the thing is, when we're playing in C major, we have no, it's called accidentals. We're not using any black keys. So I can literally just like, I mean, it doesn't sound good when well, it kind of does. If I had more direction with it, woo, where I'm playing it correctly. Little variant on the lick there. But if I'm playing in C, I've got no black keys. But then if I play in G major, I've got 1 black key, and it happens to be F sharp, the first sharp on our chain here. And now I'm going to modulate again to D major. Now I've got 2 black keys, and they're F sharp and the next one, C sharp. And now I'm going to modulate to A major. Now I've got 3 black keys. This is one way that you can use the circle of fifths, is to recognize these key signatures. If I want to modulate to E, the next one, I just have to add 1 more sharp. So if I'm in C, I have 0. G, I have 1. We can read it like a clock. We can read it like a mirrored clock. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going over the sharp sides. Go around here. And the flat side. Literally. I'm going to draw it again here. Goes around here. Don't worry, the more I do this, I'm sure that my... Thanks, Mate. Yeah, I figure if I'm gonna like film myself, I might as well film myself with like, you know, my favorite people's arts and musics and different things like that. This personally, wow. This shirt that I'm wearing is one of my friend's bands up north. They actually stayed with Sarah and I down here in Gainesville when they were on tour. They're called Narbot. And crazy, insane, psychoacoustic jazz fusion. Actually, well, I don't know. I should better be able to define psychoacoustic, but I can't actually. That's something for further study. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move around the circle of fifths here. And I want you to see when I settle in on a new key. So you'll hear a little change in the flavor, and then I'm going to settle on that key. It'll feel like home base again, okay? So I'm just going to vibe out for a moment. wish I could talk about all at once with this, with what I'm doing. Right now I'm just using a pentatonic scale in my right hand to just paint different colors over these different harmonies. But I want to make sure I don't actually throw off the flow of what I'm playing while I'm talking. So, as a real quick again, if you want to try this out with me or not, I'm going to draw this again. Super quick, fast tracking through it this time. Because really, if you recognize and understand the process, you can bring out the image, even if it takes you a little bit. 7-note string. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Draw a circle, north, south, east, west, 2 ticks in between. This is drawing the major scale side of the circle of fifths. C at 12 o'clock. Going this way, you just write in the letters. G, D, A, E, B, and then actually I'm going to hop back up over here and put F because that would be one on this side. Then over here we've got the sharps going here and the flats going here. So if I went C to F, boom, boom, go all the way back. Now I'm on the flat side. I have to type in B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. And the enharmonic of this is F sharp. This is the major scale, circle of fifths. F major with 1 flat, B flat. So if C is 12 and 0, F is flat side, 1 flat. Actually, for the first time, I'm going to change my timbre up because I really want to use this E piano. Picture the whole schoolhouse. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. The Schoolhouse Rock. The Sharps. Sharps Schoolhouse Rock. Now I'm in C. You can either change really smoothly by shifting just one tone. C major and G major are really similar. So if I shift to G major, I just have 1 sharp in my accidentals. F sharp, that's the only difference. Here's C. Here's G. I can keep the same harmony under it though. chill it out. So what I think of, I'm thinking of scales. I'm thinking in scales. They might not always be major and minor. If I can actually play them. They might not always be major and minor. They might be Lydian. They're just different colors that you can use to create kind of emotional affects. Lydian has this kind of lifting sound because the fourth scale degree is raised. So fa mi re do. If I make do D flat now, do re mi fi so. At any given time, it's good to know where you're at within your scale. So I know I'm like shifting them around, but it's kind of tough for me to stay in one scale at this point. The more you practice and the more that you get fluid with all this stuff, the more fun you have kind of weaving in and out of these different scalar ideas, because you create expectations for yourself and then you realize them. So if I'm here, like I was just in E flat, if I stick here, now I'm in B. Whatever. Now I'm going to go to F minor by E. That's the 7th, 9, 7, 5, 3, 9, 1. Ooh. Another lesson that I'll do when I finally dig into like a harmony, like the way that I'm viewing these harmonies that I'm playing. I'm going to talk about common tones a lot, because oftentimes when we're playing, if we're going between two different chords, maybe some of you who had piano lessons have done the thing of like, and it's like, well, why though? Because what you're doing is you're keeping your common tones. So if I go from this chord, my thumb's not moving. Between C and F, between C major and F major, C is a key that's within both of those chords. So if I was to go like, that's way clunkier. I want to have smooth voice leading. I want to get there simply. I want to be able to go around this and use this as smooth as possible. So another thing we could do is we can actually go around and keep the common tone in our hands where it is as we move around the circle. I'm going to move to the left. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat or F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, C. It has this kind of like lifting, brightening tone, because the voice leading, the way that the melodies, like we can think of this as a chord or three different melodies, do, mi, sol, do, re, do, mi, fa, mi, sol, ti, la, sol. The way that those melodies interact wants to rise as it follows it up. Likewise, if I go downwards, just has this 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. We could throw extra tones on that are within these different scales. We can thicken them out. That's very much so how I think, actually. I don't anticipate what scale I'm going to go to. I just kind of go into it. Sometimes I set it up with something that sounds nice as a conventional, I'm setting up this scale sound, and sometimes I don't. Like if I do this, I'm going to switch back to piano for a moment because I want this timbre. Oh my gosh. You'd think after playing piano I could play the piano. I'm going to be in F minor, and then I'm going to switch to B major. Now I'm going to just play a bunch of different harmonies and imply different scales that all have this black key in it, whether it be D sharp or E flat. Epic sound with chromatic median. Hearing this tone all the time gets a little old, doesn't it? Now I'm going to make it center around this D, this note D, instead of that E flat. Oh, here it is. What is this, Fiddler on the Roof? Ooh. Ooh. Crunchy. Little reharmonization. Why I do what I things out. I'm going to draw this one more time, totally from scratch. 0, 1 sharps, 2 sharps, 3 sharps in the key signature. How we approach it on the point piano. This would be 0, 1 sharp, 2 sharps, 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And then it just keeps going. If we have 7 sharps, so going all the way over here, I'd have to write the enharmonic here, but we'd have literally F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp as part of our key signature. That was, thanks, Aaron. That's entirely what's within our key, what is at our fingertips at that time. So, last time for drawing these circle of fifths, and then I'm going to get signing off. And once again, sorry about all the technical difficulties getting ready in this morning, but I had some stuffs to figure out, and I leveled up technologically because of it. We're going to do this in purple. So, one more time. Here's the string bead. Greatest common factor. Here's my oval. It should be a circle, but you know, north, south, east, west. 2 tick marks in between each. Start with C at the top. It says 0. Go around to the left. G, D, A, E, B. It's very easy to mix some of these around, but just stick with it. If we go to the right, in our string here, we put F. Here's our bead GCF. We have sharps going on this side. We have flats going on this side. So if we go C, F, we have to go all the way around to B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and then the enharmonic of F sharp. And it would make sense because if we went around this side and went to the sharp side, C, G, D, A, E, B, C, G, D, A, E, B, all the way back around again to F sharp, C sharp. And the enharmonic of B would be C flat. The applications of this are literally endless. I've known about this symbol for a long time, and I still gather meaning and inspiration from just digging deeper into it and figuring out what I can do with it. It says 1 sharp, 2 sharps. If y'all have any other questions about this, feel free. Feel free to message me both now as well as just like in the near future. There's little in this world that I enjoy doing more than talking about music theory and learning something new. So yeah, once again, sorry for being a little late today. It's been interesting keeping up with all this stuff, but take care of yourselves, be well. Thanks. Bye.